being a big guy, I've noticed that people feel compelled to tell me certain things after shows. I get people that'll pull me aside and go, Gabriel, you're a very funny guy. You're very talented. Don't you think perhaps you're living a little excess in life? And I'm like, well, I love to eat. Well, don't you want to live to be 100? Well, not if I can't eat tacos. Then as many as I want. You know, a lot of people think that just because you work out and lift weights and you eat right and you do what people tell you to do, that you'll live a long life. Maybe you will, but, you know, why do people measure life by the years instead of how good the years were? I'll measure by freaking, you know what I mean? What good is it to live to be 100, but you didn't do anything? You didn't go out and kick it with friends. You didn't go out and get drunk at some club and wake up in an alley one time. You know? What good is it? You stayed in the house and you were safe. And I lived to be 100. You know, I don't know. That's why I have a very big amount of respect for the Crocodile hunter. Rest in peace. But come on, you guys. Yeah, he died at 44 years old, but he died doing what he loves to do. Not a lot of people can say that. If I die tomorrow from overeating, God bless me, that's exactly how it was supposed to be. You know how much adrenaline he had every single day, risking his life? You know how you feel when you're about to cross the street and a car goes, and your ass almost gets hit, and you're like, ah! Oh, 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 and then you're hysterical. Oh my God, I almost died. Touch me right here, touch me right here. And the rest of the day, you appreciate life. You're like looking at the birds, you're at the sky. Oh, you're loving life. He did that every day. That's why every day I try to live just a little bit of my life like I might not be here tomorrow. Because you never know. I don't want to die tomorrow knowing I could have had a piece of cake tonight. Shoot. That's why when people tell me, why don't you work out? Why don't you lift weights? Well, what if I'm going to die tomorrow? I don't want to die sore. I want to die full. When the coroner cuts me open, I want the whole room to smell like potato wedges. And he's gonna go, this guy knew how to live right here, man. Good times, you know. But again, the Crocodile hunter, I give him a lot of love, a lot of credit. But you know, people go,
it's such a loss to the nature community. You know, he taught us so much about nature.
And I got mad when I heard this lady on TV saying that he taught us a lot about nature. And it was like, no, he didn't really teach a lot about nature. If you want to learn about nature, you watch Discovery Channel or one of these, you know, nature programs where they have a guy on safari and he's studying from afar. Crocodile hunter, no, come on, every episode. Hey, what you doing? Look over there, right there. It's a tiger. That tiger weighs 800 pounds and it could kill a man in 10 seconds. I'm gonna touch it. Oi, tiger! Oh, he's angry! He's angry! Next episode, hey, that's a king cobra, the most venomous snake in all the planet. One bite and I'm dead. I'm gonna pick it up. He's angry! If he really wanted people to think he was out there, man, America, we should have borrowed him and sent him to Iraq. With no gun, just a camera crew. Can you imagine how bad that would have freaked out the enemy? You know, you're freaking a soldier working for Al-Qaeda and you're out there, you know. And he's walking towards them wearing shorts. And he's walking up to him. Hey, look over there. It's an Al-Qaeda member. An Iraqi soldier, one of the most dangerous creatures in all the planet. One push of a button and I'm gone. I'm gonna poke him with a stick. He's angry! You can't have, oh, seriously, around here you gotta be careful because the police here in Bakersfield, they don't mess around. They will stop you for anything, man. They got me outside and you're, whoo, what are you doing? Walking. But I noticed something though. If you can make a cop laugh, they will work with you. But you gotta really make them laugh. You can't just make them go, ah. You gotta make them, you know. You know? I made a cop laugh so hard one time, he almost peed on himself. I know this because he told me. He was like, you don't understand. I damn near pissed myself. And here in Bakersfield, man, it's no different, man. I love every part of this town. I even love Oildale. Oh, yeah. And for everybody watching at home going, what the hell is Oildale?
Ding, 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 ding.
But I still love it, guys. I still love it. But yeah, man, drinking here in town, you gotta be careful though, man, because some people can handle alcohol. You know who you are. Some people can't. You have no clue. Guys especially, you know how it goes. We get loaded, we turn into one of three people, right? We're either the I love you guy, I hate you guy, or the mirror guy. You know that guy, right? Hey! Mirror. I know, because that's me. Oh my God, I can't handle alcohol. People, when they get drunk, they say things they don't mean. And you know when I'm drunk, you hear something like, woo! I'm going running. You better cut me off. Oh, hell yeah, man. And when I drink, I only drink like regular alcohol. I don't do beer. Beer just doesn't know. Beer makes me talk to my body. I don't like that. When I get drunk on beer, I get weird. I'm like, you know.
What's the matter? Hey, you said you could hang. Don't talk to me there. You talking shit too?
That's what I say. You just gotta be careful, you know? And if you're gonna drink and you are thinking about driving, don't do it. You know, it's not a good idea. Because like I say, you know when you're drunk. You know when you're drunk. You're doing laps in the parking lot and you can't find the exit. Hello? Some of you make it out to the streets. You know when you're drunk, you're like, you know. Behind you, you hear.
Shut up, stupid.
You know, if you hear the magical sound, one of two things will pop into your head. Either one, I'm okay, I'm fine. I can beat this. Or two, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail. I gotta let you go, babe. I'm gonna go to jail. Tell the kids I love. On top of that, you know, we're trying to figure out this whole thing with Netflix and doing a new special. And during the pandemic, you know, 2020 especially, it was not even a possibility of assembling a few people, much less a stadium. So Netflix made it clear, we need a new special sooner than later, okay? This was right before they didn't have Squid Games yet. You remember?
Red light.
Yeah. Some of you are like, that's racist. No, that's accurate. That's really good. That's good. So anyway, Netflix said as soon as there's an opportunity to record a new special, we need a special. So with time going by, there became two options for recording a special in late 2020. One was Florida, the other was Texas. Some people from Texas cheering? Yeah? Okay. You could cheer all you want. That's where I got COVID. Yeah, chingate esa. So here's the story. So I had done shows before, you know, in Texas, and I had never done a show in San Antonio. So the original plan was we wanted to record a special in San Antonio for the new Netflix show, you know, for the series. So we couldn't really travel too much. And remember, they kept telling us, stay in your bubble, stay in your COVID bubble. Don't forget to stay in your bubble. So in order to be as proactive and just careful, we all went out there together as a team, okay? And then we all basically said, we're gonna do a residency in San Antonio for 30 days. 30 shows in 30 days. And on the last day, we'll record a new special. This way it gives me a chance to start performing again because it'd been over a year since I touched the stage. And so we get there and they gave me the option. Do you want to stay in a house or do you want to stay in a hotel? And I said, well, I've never lived in Texas before, so let's see what a house feels like. So they got us like this fancy Airbnb, and basically, it was Martin, Alfred, my friend Rick, myself. It was like 4 of us. It was like the Mexican version of the real world, okay? So we're all in this big house together. Everyone gets their own room. And so, of course, I get the big room because it's me. And, look at something. No. Yes. So I open up the door. I turn on the light. Click. And I'm like, this is a beautiful room. Wow, look how big it is. And then I notice there's a hole in the wall. And I said, that's weird. So I get really close to the wall. And when I got close, I realized it's not a hole. It's a big-ass roach. And let me tell you, I am not exaggerating when I tell you that cuca was this big. That roach was this big. Now, I have used this unit of measure before to exaggerate. And let me tell you, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that freaking cucaracha was this big. And I don't want you guys thinking, oh, what, you think you're too good for roaches? No. I grew up with roaches my whole life. My mom and I, we lived in apartment buildings, projects. We always had roaches, but they were different. First of all, they were this big. And California roaches are very different, okay? For example, when you turn on the light, they scatter. In Texas, he chilled. In California, they respond to sound and movement. Ah! Scatter. I tried my California technique on this Tejano roach. I said, ah! And the roach was like, what? Oh my God, I don't think he's in my room. I think I'm in his. And at that moment, my tour manager walks in the room and she's like, is everything okay with the accommodations? I said, no, the room is beautiful, but look at the wall. Aw, there's a hole in the wall. I said, get closer. She gets up to the wall and she's like, oh, it's a big ass roach. I said, you're okay with that? She said, he's not in my room. She can see that I'm visibly bothered by this roach. So she's like, would you like me to take care of your little friend for you? And it is a little emasculating because I'm a big guy and she's like 5'2". So she's like, move, fool. She takes off her shoes, she grabs it, she gets up on a chair, and she brings it back, and she's like, soy la 69. Bam! Nailed that roach. Threw down her shoe, put it on. I look at the wall, and it kept moving. And I said, you have angered our friend. And she was like defensive. Fool, round two. So she grabs her shoe, gets back up on the stool, and she brings it back. And just as she's about to nail this roach for the second time, that shit started flying. It was a Harry Potter roach. Oh, man, mira. She's ñañeras, man. So anyway, we were there for 27 days. And for some reason, on the 27th day, out of a team of 30 people that were there to film a special, I was the only one that tested positive for COVID-19. No one else got it. Not Martin, not Alfred, nobody. And I told Martin, dude, I don't know where I got it. And he said, I think you got it from the roach. Anyway, on top of dealing with COVID, and by the way,